Sorry, I can't attend the meeting tonight due to other obligations, but I've decided to put together a little video to welcome you to my sort of patio native plant garden. All the plants, for the most part, are in containers, and most of the things that I've grown have always been in containers. You'll notice there's one small area that has, and I'll take note of that during the presentation, that is in the ground, but I wanted to let you go ahead and see, kind of let you get an idea of how the garden changes over time, and you get to see part of what's happened while I've been growing plants for the Bayside Regional Park project that a lot of us have been working on. What I've done in this case is every month I've given a great overview of what's going on in the patio by kind of making a sweep around the patio. And then I go into some segments showing individual plants, blooms, different creatures that I have found on the patio for those days, and let you see kind of what goes on over time. So I hope you enjoy, and we'll go ahead and get started now. Thanks. Here we are in the garden in mid-May. Gulf Coast penstemon is blooming. Lance-leaf coreopsis, blanket flower are blooming. You see lots of things are green. And we have seedlings of grasses growing up for the Bayside project. Wolfberry, lance-leaf coreopsis, number of different things growing up and seedlings. And of course, passion vine, which was a very small little plant last fall. Woolly pipevine. There's rough coneflower, probably my favorite coneflower. And there's other members in this 4x4 planter, including Amsonia, Manfreda, rattlesnake master, the lance-leaf coreopsis, Indian blanket with inland sea oats, Missouri ironweed, Virginia wild rye, and of course my mallows are starting to pop up. Seedlings for the Bayside project are looking good, and my favorite milkweed, aquatic milkweed. In June, things continued to bloom. You'll see there's a few new things, which I'll point out a little bit later. But you can see things look really good. And I started transplanting some of the plants for Bayside Park. You can see those in the new planters here. And you can see a few other things growing. Lance-leaf coreopsis was blooming. Lots of seedlings all over the place. My green milkweed finally bloomed for the first time, which was nice to see. And you see the aquatic milkweed, which was just below it and on another part of the patio as well. Passion vine grows really, really well, and notice it's filled in a lot more. And one of my favorites, blanket flower. And here's this big planter. You see Louisiana catchweed and rattlesnake master, rough coneflower. Here's the close-up of the bloom of the Louisiana catchfly. You see it in various different stages. And lance-leaf coreopsis, of course, the mallows. And I've done some more transplanting of grasses. So some of the things you saw in trays last month are now in these little cardboard containers ready to go to Bayside. Here we are in the month of July. See a lot of things are blooming. The mist flowers not quite blooming yet. You see the plants are growing that I've been transplanting for Bayside. That have been deadheading. The coreopsis is still blooming. And here we have the flower for the passion vine. Aquatic milkweeds blooming profusely. My tomatosa pipevine has not been blooming, but caterpillars have appeared and they're all over a number of the plants. Louisiana catchflower and rattlesnake master are still blooming. And you have a laser close-up of the Louisiana catchfly, and Texas star hibiscus, and one of my new plants, Virginia wild rye. And you see Missouri ironweed below it, and some Missouri ironweed that's starting to bud out, which is rather early. And wolfberry that I'm growing that I collected myself. August was the fourth and final month that I worked on this video, and you can see there's still things greening up. There's still things that look very nice. You see some blooms on the mist flower. You see that the grasses are growing very well, and I've been transplanting a few things here and there. A few things have died off. You see all the grasses we've been growing for Bayside. The passion flower is still blooming with little ants running all over it. One of my favorites of all time is the aquatic milkweed with a little caterpillar, that hopefully you can see that. And the Missouri ironweed is starting to bloom, which is a little bit earlier than normal. The inland sea oats are forming little oats, and some of them are starting to turn brown. My Greg's mist flower has been attracting lots and lots of butterflies, and it's one of my favorite mist flowers. And the lance leaf coreopsis was blooming profusely. I've been deadheading it all summer, and it bloomed all the way to September. Gulf Coast penstemon went to seed, and here's more plants for the Bayside project. You guys see how things have been growing over the last couple of months. And these plants will be going into Bayside in late October, early November. And thank you for watching.